Good morning to one and all. In the previous class, we discussed about different traffic measurement methods. That means what is the daily flowing vehicles on a particular surface of the road. We need to measure, basically to measure those kinds of traffic regulation data. We are having mainly two kinds of studies. First one is the humans. By using humans are employed at particular places to measure all those data, and the second one we are having is this automatic method. That means by using from the first method we are having human involvement. In the second method itself we are having some amount of mechanical and technical equipments are used in these acoustic methods to measure whatever the data which is traveling on the particular road. That means data means traffic data. All these are the acoustic methods, like the CCTV footages. In the CCTV footage itself we are having a plenty of data. All those data regarding to this traffic, whether it is a two-wheeler, four-wheeler, or any other huge span vehicles are moving on a particular road. And these are the pneumatic wheel type rollers. That means pneumatic road type rubbers. Those are used to measure the vehicular density on a particular road. This is how they are arranging the pneumatic rail rubbers, and these are the bending plates. That means the steel plate having some amount of rigidity. By applying the particular road, that means at some span of the road we are having this steel plate is attached to the road, so that there may be some load applied on the particular steel plate. Definitely there will be a bending occurred on the particular plate, so that due to those forces we need to have some data. This data will be useful for the counting of stresses and any other loads which is applying on a particular body. In the previous one we are having only observation. That means the two-wheeler or four-wheeler or six-wheelers are going. We don't have any weighting. That means we don't have any data regarding to their weights and stresses acting on a particular pavement. So only we are having a number. But in case of these bending plates and other pneumatic road type wheelers, we have to measure stresses acting on the particular road itself. All those are the equipments arranged on a particular roads. And here we are having the CCTV footage, and with a different processing. That means it is a huge and huge cost materials to measure the particular data. These are also rollers. This is the human arrangement, how they are arranging particular steel tapes and rubbers in a particular road. All these are discussed factors affecting the vehicle counting. Okay, it is a preservation. In the previous class itself I discussed up to this point. Once again I will explain this point and to continue our today's class. First of all, we need to have some traffic flow maps. That means a traffic flow map. In a city itself we are having living areas and industrial areas and working areas. Majorly three types of areas we are having. In the living areas itself, total amount of population will live with their families. But in case of these industrial areas, the family heads has to work in the particular sites. That means industrial sites. Next one, we are having these institutional buildings. In the institutional buildings, whatever the members who are in the living areas with a age of up to 21 years, they have to study their studies, whether it is a technical study or the degree studies. They have to study in the institutional area, so that they have to move in a particular paths in a daily way. That means in our daily life we are moving from one place to another place by using these road systems. Likely in the family itself we are having different kinds of persons, like males and females. In the males also we are having working and non-working people. In the females also we are having working and non-working, and some amount of teaching persons, some amount of training persons, all are there. So that mainly the traffic will be starting from the living areas to these working areas. That means some members are working, some amount of members are studying. Okay, due to that reasons of their working and living and different purpose of their daily routine life, they have to move from their living site to their working site. Means whether it may be education or training or any other, they have to move to particular places in a routine ways from Monday to Friday itself. So that Saturday Sunday we are having these occasional holidays for a month. Okay, not occasional holidays, regular holidays, Saturdays and Sundays, so that from Monday to Friday they need to move in a particular routes. So in the morning session they have to move from a house to their institution in a particular roadway, so that the traffic we need to have in a particular ways with respect to huge quantity in those particular days, so that we need to have these traffic flow maps from home to their institutions. How many number of people are particularly using this road for their daily usage for going to offices and others, etc., etc. So that these traffic flow maps are useful for this, for that study to having data. Next one we are having intersection flow diagrams. This gives the direction and volume of traffic through an intersection. That means whenever we are moving from one place to another place, we need to have some collisions. That means collisions means we are moving from a particular one point to another point. Somebody has moving another point to another point. Like the I will show with some example. That means here it is a living area. It is institutional area. Likely in another place we are having some living area and institutional area. In another place it is some living area, it is a institutional area. So that we are having different merging points. These three are the merging points or intersection points. We need to locate those intersection points, and we have to certain measures we need to take to control these accidents and other traffic jam conditions. These are useful particularly in case of these intersection flow diagrams. What point we are having huge amount of intersections of these lines, and traffic jams will have to occur at a particular spots. We need to observe all those, and we have to take some cause of some spot of precautionary measures. And the next one we are having is the trend charts. Trend chart means these trends nowadays we are following. We need to have some minimum length to attain our particular goal. That means from one point to one point we are moving from living area to institutional area, so that we need to save our petrol. We are following some trends, so that at what is the minimum length, what is the minimum distance we are having, all those things we have to measure by using different trials and others. First of all, we need to have some trendy charts. In this shows the hourly, daily, monthly changes in the volume through a particular area. That means hourly change, daily change and monthly changes. That means hourly change. That means in the morning itself we are having to travel from our living area to another area, so that hourly traffic may have a high quantity in particular morning time, particularly in between 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. we are having huge quantity of data was flowing on the particular roads. That means in terms of these bikes and other cars, etc., like that. Likely we are having this daily data. That means trending charts we need to do daily basis. That means in the Monday itself how much amount of vehicles are moving, is there any change between Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday. Likely Saturday, Sundays how much amount of traffic is there on the particular roads. Those things are we need to mention in the trendy charts. Nextly we are having these monthly changes. That means in the summer season itself we are having huge vacations. That means summer holidays and other festival holidays we are having, so that in few months of our calendar, that means if it is a 12 months in a calendar, in the 12 months we are having few months having huge amount of holidays, so that in those holidays what is the traffic is flowing on a particular place. Those things also we need to follow in these trending charts. All those comes under these volumetric studies, which are having huge amount of importance to maintain those particular roads. All those things we need to have this trendy charts itself. Next one is the useful for the planning future expansion, comma design, comma regulation. That means useful in the planning itself. While we have to plan a particular city, likely we are having a different bifurcations are coming in our India in a recent 10 to 15 years. So that we are having a few 2 to 3 states are newly developing, like our Jharkhand from previously it is associated with Bihar, like our Andhra Pradesh also it is associated with Telangana. Likely different areas and different political purposes we have to bifurcate different cities into metropolitans, like because of this rapidity in urbanization and other causes. So that we have to proper planning features. To attain those planning features perfectly, we need to have this data of traffic and other kinds of data we need to have to different purposes. For it is mainly used for the traffic purpose. If you have a traffic data, automatically it will be useful to water purpose also, because in particular living areas we are having, there are having huge amount of population. For that population we need to have some amount of water facilities, like drinking water and commercial waters are likely we need to have these facilities. For those kind also we have to use this data. Okay, this is the main basis how we have to preserve the data. Next one, what are the basic terms we are using in these traffic control systems and data? That means data we are using some of the headlines and some of the important points we need to note down. Likely in this data also we are having some important terms. What are those important terms? That means annual average daily traffic. That means annual. That means samvastrika. Average. That means యావరేజ్ మీన్స్ మనకి ఒక యావరేజ్ వాల్యూ, దాన్ని మనం మీడియన్ వాల్యూ ఆర్ మెరిడియన్ వాల్యూ, లైక్ మీన్ మీడియన్ యావరేజ్, లైక్లీ వీఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ డిఫరెంట్ టర్మ్స్ ఇన్ ద mathematical knowledge. Likely here we are having average means per day how many number of vehicles are moving on average basis. It is comes under this annual average daily traffic. That means in the total annual year of 365 days we are having, on those 365 days we are having some n number of vehicles are moving. So that we need to divide those n with 365. We will get this average value per day how many number of vehicles are moving. So that the data will be modified according to our purpose. Next one is the average daily traffic. This average daily traffic is different from place to place. Why? Because of these living conditions and other industrializations and other metropolitan cities and these railway problems and others, we are having different kinds of problems and merits and demerits in this transportation system. Due to those merits and demerits, we are having a variation in this average daily traffic compared to different places. Like in a annual average daily traffic is we are having one kind, it is completely different. The total volume during a given period of time, it is a given period of year, but it is a given period of time. The whole days, the greater than the 1 day, the less than 1 year are divided by number of the days whatever we have in a particular period. All those things we need to have some importance. Next one, depending upon those, we are having this PCU. It is the main thing we need to have to learn. That means PCU means we are having a different, the main abbreviation of this PCU is passenger car unit. This PCU was specified by this IRC, so that every vehicle having some importance factor with respect to this PCU. Likely we are having these cars, bicycles and huge span vehicles and these transporting vehicles, and likely we are having different kinds of classifications according to their usage. Okay, according to their usage we are having these passenger car unit values. We need to remember those values. Why? Because in the APPSA exams and other kinds of civil related exams, that means whatever the exams those are related to assistant engineer, assistant executive engineers, likely we are having different examinations in the APPSC level and SSC level. In the GATE exam also we are having this importance to these passenger car units values. So that we need to have to learn. The different vehicles classes have a different wide range of statistics, characteristics of dynamic characteristics. That means static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. That means if it is, these two are very important with respect to vehicle. Static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. That means static means whenever a body is in a particular position, it should be in a static position. Whether it is a moving means that is in dynamic position. Those things are mentioned here. Static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. What are the factors affecting on those two types of characteristics? Apart from these, driver behavior on the different vehicle classes is also found in a very considerable. That means the driver and its mindset and its experience, all those are having some kind of importance while he have to drive a particular vehicle. That means the total experience and his mindsets and his way of taking action at that particular location and time, all those are depends upon this passenger car units also. Okay, therefore the mixed traffic flow characteristics very much complex when compared to homogeneous traffic, and it is difficult to estimate the traffic volume. That means here we were observing homogeneous traffic. What is the main meaning of homogeneous means? It means a similar kind of vehicles which are having a flow on a particular road. Those kind of systems are called as homogeneous systems. Likely these homogeneous systems are mainly observed in our railways. That means mainly these railways we are having same kind of vehicles are moving on these rails. Why? Because all the rails have to move on this, all these trains has to move on these particular rails. In the trains also we are having different kinds like express, super fast and passengers and goods purpose also we are having different kinds of trains, but all those are moving on a particular different ways. Regarding to there are also some sort of distribution. That means we are having three kinds of rails: broad gauge, meter gauge and a narrow gauge. Likely the distance between the two rails is differed with respect to broad gauge, meter gauge and narrow gauge. Normally meter gauge means the distance between two rails equal to 1 meter. Broad gauge means the distance between two rails equal to 1.676 meters. But in case of narrow gauge, the distance is 1.472 likely. We are having different kinds of classifications so that all those comes under this homogeneous traffic. That means if it is a living areas, mainly we are having a homogeneous traffic of two-wheelers. Whether it is a developed area means we are having a homogeneous traffic of four-wheelers. Likely we are having different homogeneous traffics depending upon their positions and living cultures of the people. Next one, it is difficult to estimate the traffic volume capacity roadway under the mixed traffic flow. That means homogeneous traffic means all the vehicles are a same kind, but in case of this mixed traffic means in the traffic itself we are having two-wheelers, four-wheelers, three-wheelers, likely different kinds of vehicles are flowing on a particular road itself. That is called a mixed traffic. The basic difference in the mixed traffic and homogeneous traffic is you have to understand. Homogeneous means same particles. Normally in the physics or chemistry we have studied this term homogeneous materials and isotropic materials. Homogeneous material means all the particles having same properties. Likely in the homogeneous traffic also we are having same properties of the vehicles are moving on a particular road. That means two-wheelers are likely. But in case of this mixed traffic means we are having huge amount of varieties of vehicles. In the bikes also we are having this Bajaj and Hero, Honda vehicles. Likely we are having different classifications according to their companies and others. Likely we are having different traffics with mixed ratios. Unless the different vehicle classes are converted into one common standard vehicle unit, that means all those vehicles having, we need to give some sort of units regarding to their usage levels. That means two-wheelers, all the two-wheelers having some sort of value. That means some kind of value we need to assign. For four-wheelers we need to give one value, so that all those things are comes under this passenger car units regarding to their unit value while they are moving on a particular roads. Therefore it is common practice to consider the passenger car units standards to the vehicles to convert the vehicle classes in a particular unit, so that it is called as a passenger car unit. That means what are the vehicles which are moving on a particular road or any other traffic medium, we need to classify those with different units, so that we need to give a proper value to proper kind of vehicle. Whether it is a two-wheeler, the value should be 1 or 2. Whether it is a four-wheeler, it will have some value, so that all those values are useful for the design purposes. So while we have to design a particular road by using these passenger car units, we have a proper understanding and proper data we need to use. Okay, we are having this passenger car units 2 points. It is common practice to consider passenger car as the standard vehicle unit to convert the other vehicle classes, and this unit is called passenger car. It is also previously described point. And next one, that is a mixed traffic flow. The traffic volume and capacity are generally expressed as PCU per hour or PCU per lane or PCU per hour. That means passenger car units flowed in a particular time period. That means two-wheeler means in a particular two-wheeler we are having this amount of value. For four-wheeler we are having this amount of value. By mixing all those, we are having a proper total value, so that in a particular hour we are having this much of total unit of vehicular flowing on a particular road surface. We need to give like this. This is the main table which is important to us to know these passenger car units in a different flowing conditions. That means mixed flow or homogeneous flow or types of roads. As per IRC 1983, means the act was proposed in the year of 1983 and the act number was 86. Likely in our third years and final years you need to have some code books. In those code books also we are having different numbers, IS code books, that means Indian standard codes. Those are useful to design particular building and a particular beam or any other building part. Likely in geotechnical engineering or transportation engineering we are having these IRC regulations, but in case of this reinforced concrete design we need to follow these IS standards. Likely now we are having steel structures. These steel structures are mainly utilized in railways, and major part of the steel structures are located in industrial corridors likely. So that in the steel structures has to follow IS 800. For different buildings has to have different loading standards. So those loading standards will be discussed in IS 875 parts. That means we are having mainly 5 parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 likely. In the part 1 the totally comprised of dead loads, drive loads, wind loads, seismic loads and mixed loads. Likely we have to follow those loading conditions and others. Why I am telling all those means you have to know what is the code book, how it was proposed, why you have to use, because of certain standards was prescribed by some senior persons according to their knowledge and their research work and their implementations on future generations. So that we need to follow those instructions and standards. According to this IRC, Indian Road Congress instructions, we are having these passenger car units. That means passenger car units for different kinds of vehicles. We are having first one serial number. It is same for every tabular form, but after that we are having is vehicular class. What is a class of the vehicle? First one we are having is a motorcycle or scooter or pedal cycle. Those three kinds of vehicles having only two wheelers. That means cycle also we are having two wheelers, motorcycle also we are having two wheels, and scooter or any other scooty we are having two wheels. All those kinds of vehicles having equivalency factor as 0.5. That means 0.5, that means simply 1 by 2 we are having. Next one we are having is the second one, passenger car. That means like we are having these normally four-wheeler vehicles, passenger cars. Next one, tempos, auto rickshaws, agricultural tractors and pickup vans. All those are having mainly four wheels. That means they are having four wheels, so that they are having a equivalency factor of 1.0. Need to have 1.0. Why? Because of all those are having four wheels, but in case of previously we are having only two wheels, so that 1 by 2. Here we are having four wheels, so that we are having 1.0 factor. After that we are having cycle rickshaw. This cycle rickshaw is, that means three wheels we are having cycle rickshaws. This is having a factor of 1.5. But in case of trucks, buses, agricultural tractor or any other trailer, we are having 3. Why? Because of truck also we are having normally 6 wheels, front 2 wheels and back 4 wheels. But in case of similarly we are having, see, the buses also we are having 6 wheels. Agricultural tractors also, in the front wheel we are front part we are having 4 wheels, and back parts we are majorly having 2 wheels. In some extreme conditions we are having 4 wheels on these tractors. So that depending upon, we need to remember those particular passenger car units according to their wheels and others. That means it is easier to know and remember depending upon their vehicle or wheels, whatever the wheels vehicle having. So that depending upon those wheels we need to remember those, because we are having this motorcycle 1 by 2, that means one vehicle having 2, likely we are having these passenger car units. So that 2 we are having 1, that means 2 by 4, 4 by 4 likely we have to remember different ways for each and every person, having different strategies to remember. So that according to your strategy and your way of easiness you need to remember this. And next one we are having is this horse drawn vehicles having 4 factor. Next one, small bullock cart and hand cart, it is having 6 value, and a large bullock cart we are having 8 value. So that these 3 are animal drawn vehicles having huge amount of equivalency factor compared to normal mechanical equipments. Means normal mechanical means motorcycle is a mechanical, but in case of pedestrian cycles also some kind of mechanical is used. But in case of these horse drawn vehicles, those are vehicle which are carried by these vehicles which are carried by these animals and others. So that their factor is so more compared to normal vehicles, 4, 6 and 8. Normal horse drawn vehicles we are having 4 value. Next one, bullock cart, that means those bulls and other things are easy picking those vehicles. And next one, large bullock cart having 8 value. So these things you need to remember. What are the factors which are affecting these passenger car units? First one is the vehicle characteristics. That means what are the characters that the vehicles having. That means in the two wheelers itself we are having these rubber tubes. So those are capable to draw huge amount of weights. So that in the cars we are having one kind of wheels, bikes we are having one kind of wheels, but in case of lorries and other huge vehicles we are having their diameter value varies with respect to this vehicle to vehicle. So that those characteristics are also different for vehicle to vehicle. Next one, speed distribution of the mixed traffic stream volume capacity ratio. That means speed distribution. Whenever we are using these kind of vehicles we are having huge amount of speed. For suppose particularly we are moving on a particular two wheelers, we are having a maximum speed of attaining 60 to 80 kilometers per hour. But in case of these four wheelers and others, nowadays we are having a huge extreme vehicles, that means SUVs and XUVs we are having. That means sports utility vehicles and special utility vehicles and extreme utility vehicles. So that they are having a huge amount of vehicular speed attaining in a fraction of seconds. Within 5 seconds to 10 seconds they have to attain a particular 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers, depending upon their equipments and basic principles applied on those particular mechanics. So that all those comes under these speed distributions in different streams. Next one, roadway characteristics. What is the roadway characteristics? Whether it is a ordinary district roads or village roads, we are mainly focusing to construct on earth roads. Why? Because there is a so less quantity of the vehicles, mainly they are flowing these tractors and other animal drawn vehicles. So that we have to use these mud roads and others. But in case of normal national highways, we have to construct the roads with the help of these BT pavements. In some of the cases, for a short span of distances, we have to use these CC pavements regularly. Whenever we are having this obstructions like small canals or any other streams we are having, so that at a particular places we are using these CC roads. The remaining part of the total roads we are using these BT roads, that means bitumen tar roads. Next one we are having is a regulation and control of traffic. That means this regulation and control of traffic is mainly having these vehicles who are having huge amount of braking systems, like two-wheelers we are having braking system, four-wheelers braking system, and others also we are having braking systems. But in case of these animal drawn vehicles, so they have to use brakes by the sign systems we need to give to the animals, so that it will be some complex compared to this normal animal vehicles. Regulation and control of traffic. Why? Because of animals are not having such kind of memory, and they do not understand the whatever the signals and others having for human purpose. Next one, environmental and climatic conditions. Environmental climatic conditions means normally in a hot climate regions and cold climate regions we are having, in those particular regions we are having different utility vehicles according to the environment. Normally in the deserts itself we are using huge amount of these camels and others. Why? Because the camel footing having different special mechanisms to run on those sandy soils, so that we are using specially these camels in the particular areas of deserts. But in case of normal areas we are using horses and others. In case of these animals, why? Because of horses having huge amount of flowing capacity in a particular mud roads and others, so that we are using those kind of parameters according to the climate. Likely we are having this now, all those systems are employed in olden days, but in case of nowadays we are having huge amount of mechanization of these industries and others, so that we are using huge amount of these vehicles and other petroleum products. Next thing we are having is the speed studies. What is the speed study? These speed studies are used to locate what is the minimum speed of the vehicle maintaining any particular roads, so that the vehicles having a particular speed, there may be a less friction between the tire to pavement, so that there may be a chance of occurring accident is very high. So that the spot speed studies are mainly useful whether the area is having huge amount of accidents, so that these speed studies are mainly helpful in those particular areas. What is the spot speed? First of all we need to know what is a spot speed. That means in a particular position of a road, what is the average speed maintaining via the vehicle, that is called as a spot speed. In this term we are having, by using this technical and other aspects, instantaneous speed of a vehicle at a particular specified location. That means specified location we are having some specified value of speed for a particular vehicle. Those speed is called as a spot speed. Next one is the average speed. Average speed is the combination of the all the vehicles with respect to a particular point. That means one of the vehicle is moving at a slow speed, another vehicle is moving in a average speed, and another vehicle is flowing with a huge amount of speed, so that we need to average those three values and we have to obtain this average speed. That thing we have to know by this is average of the spot speeds of the all the vehicles passing a given point on the highway. That means in a particular highway spot we are having a particular turning. That means in those turning what is the average speed maintained by a vehicle. All those things are calculated and measured by using this average speed phenomena. Next one is the running speed. Running speed means average speed maintained by a vehicle over a given course while the vehicle is in a motion. That means for a particular length, what is the vehicle is moving in a particular running speed. Means whenever we are having a particular usage of vehicle at a particular locations, so that we need to measure this running speed. The running speed is associated with this length of the course. That means total length of the traveling of the particular road. Next one is divided by running time. Running time means what is the time
is taken to travel from starting point to ending point of a particular length of the course. That is called as the running time. And the next one is the length of the course. Total length divided by time gives the running speed. Speed is normally we are having minutes of kmph or meter per second. That means meter per second with respect to velocity of the vehicle. Speed equal to we are having kilometers per hour. For a particular length, we are crossing that particular length in a time of half an hour or 1 hour or 2 hours. For those 1 hour or 2 hours, we are crossing this road with a speed of, so speed is called as a running speed. Or this running speed also having some amount of another formula. Length of the course by journey time with respect to delays. That means while we are traveling on a particular 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers road, it is not possible to some persons to maintain a proper speed and attaining the distance. Suppose it 100 kilometers is simply easy. For suppose we are going with a 300 kilometers or 500 kilometers. In a short span of time, we have to take some delay and we need to drink some amount of energy drinks and we have to give our mind some free time so that our force acting on our mind will be delayed and we have a stress free driving. Those also comes under this running speed. Those delays we have to note down in a particular time. Next one is we need to know about this journey time. What is the journey time or journey speed? It is also known as overall travel speed. It is the effective speed between the 2 points. It is the distance between the 2 points divided by the total time taken by the vehicle to complete the journey, including delays. That means excluding delays, including delays. Including delays means whenever we are moving in a particular position from our home itself, so that we have to journey. In the journey, we are having to take for a break for tiffin and a break for tea and a break for lunch and a break for evening time snacks, so that all those are breaks comes under these delays. That means some amount of break we are giving for our purpose, so that those are all comes under these delays, etc. Normally we are traveling by using these railways and other airport systems. Normally those airport systems having some kind of delay with respect to stations. For each and every stations they have to stop for a few minutes and they have to adjust the passengers. Those are having some points. That means normally we are traveling, we have to face different stations. In each and particular station, some amount of people was moving, some amount of people was joining. That means amount of people are living on the particular stations and another member of people are joining on a particular station. So due to those addings and subtractions, we have to delay for a particular span of time, normally in case of these public vehicles. So that all those comes under these delays. Journey speed equal to distance by total journey time including delays. Next one, how we have to calculate this spot speed studies. What is the spot speed? Spot speed is the instantaneous speed of a particular vehicle at a specified location. It is a previously known term. Spot speed at a particular location of the road. That means total length is L. That means L meters. In a particular L meters, I will show with the diagram. This is the total N at particular XX. That means in the particular position we need to locate a particular spot speed of a vehicle, so that at particular position what is the spot speed we need to know. Next one is the average speed. What is the average speed? It is the average of spot speed of all vehicles passing at a particular given points on a highway. This is the next particular highway starting point and ending point. In those points we have to measure different average speeds of vehicles at a different location, 1 2 3 4. Likely we are having 4 points. In those 4 points also we need to locate the spot speed studies. After that we have to average. Next one is space mean speed or harmonic speed, average speed of the vehicles at a road length at a given instant. Means to predict these accidents and other kinds of traffic obstructions, we need to have these space mean studies at a different positions, so that they have to know what is the main cause of occurring accidents, how we need to eliminate, what is the speed of the vehicles are moving at a particular location, is there any preventional measures to obstruct those accidents. All those things we need to face by using these different traffic studies, such that if it is a large span vehicles are moving, so that it is a obstruction to their side distances or any other elevation is occurring or any other. Next one, we are having a this cantilever angle, so that in some of the cases it is affected to occur an accident. In some of the cases we are having this drainage problem. Due to this drainage problem, water is particular deposition, so that due to this water also have to skip or skid our vehicles, so that we need to have different studies to locate in which place we are having difficulties, how we need to accumulate those difficulties. All those comes under this traffic studies and speed studies.